Hi everyone, it's Deb from Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video. It's all about refrigerators, the types of refrigerators, how to maintain them, and what are the common issues. So the first refrigerator I want to talk about is the residential. This is what you're going to find in some of the higher end coaches, and some people just decide to switch out their absorption refrigerator, RV refrigerator for a residential. They work on 120 electricity. They're just like your home refrigerator that you would have. There really is, you would maintain it just like you would your regular home refrigerator. There's not anything extra that I have to tell you about it. In fact, if somebody were to call me with a residential refrigerator issue, I more than likely would not be able to help them. And I would tell them they need to talk to the manufacturer of that refrigerator to solve that problem. So that's something that would be a potential issue, is that your regular RV tech might not be able to work on that for you. So, and the other thing is that if you have a residential refrigerator, you can't boondock unless you have a really good solar inverter battery system, because you would need to have hookup. You need to have that shore power hookup or run your generator, or you need to have an inverter to create that 120 power for your refrigerator. So it's something to keep in mind. The next refrigerator is the RV absorption refrigerator, which is the most common RV refrigerator out there. And these run by propane or electric. And they have a unit on the back. It's a cooling unit that it really heats up so that it can cool down. So maintaining these refrigerators is, probably the best advice I can give you is on the back of the refrigerator, on the side wall of your RV, you have this venting area. And you want to make sure that you keep that area clean and free from debris. You're going to have a condensation hose, and you also want that to be clear of debris. You're going to have areas in there where spiders want to come and make nests and webs. Bugs will get in there. You want to keep that free from that. You can either have an RV tech come out and do a yearly maintenance for you, or you can just go in there every year and kind of, use either compressed air and blow that area out, vacuum that area out, and just make sure that you don't have a lot of debris stuck in the vent area. With the absorption refrigerator, you can have quite a few issues that can happen with these. And one of the things that people will call and say is that they're not cooling properly, like they're not coming to temperature. So it could be the door seals. You'd want to check around the seals of the door. You can also have the thermistor. So you have the temperature. It's like the little... they're on the fins inside the back of your refrigerator, and you can move them up and down. And sometimes those are not placed properly. So you want to look at that. You can have, the fans aren't running properly in there, or you have like some areas on the back of the venting area where there is too much wind space and there's not enough of a baffle box in there. Sometimes it comes like that from the manufacturer, and there's too much, the airflow isn't proper. So with these type of refrigerators, it's all about airflow and making sure that the cooling unit can heat up so that it can cool down. If you have too much airflow, then it's not going to heat up enough to cool it down. So there's a lot of different things that can happen with these refrigerators, but if you have everything working properly, they're great. You have a control board that's over the top of it. And one of the mistakes that I made that I want to give you advice on is, if you, like when I boondock, I run off of my propane, but I normally have it set to auto. So what happens is sometimes when I come out and I have it set to auto and I turn on my inverter, it will all of a sudden start working off the 120 again, because I have it set to auto. That'll kill your batteries quick. So make sure that you put a reminder for yourself that if you're going to use your regular RV absorption refrigerator off of propane when you boondock, that you switch it to only using propane. That way you don't run into trouble and kill your batteries like I've done. And the next type of refrigerator that I want to talk about is the 12-volt refrigerator. And I really made this video because of this. A 12-volt refrigerator runs off 12-volt, which means it runs off your battery. And they're making a lot of the RVs now with these refrigerators right off out of the manufacturer. So you don't have an absorption refrigerator. There's no propane. So there's not going to be any of the venting, and people think that's great, you know, wonderful. I don't even have to worry about the propane. I don't have to worry about, you know, keeping the debris clear and having any failures coming from one of those refrigerators. And so they get the 12-volt and they think this, you know, this is great. So I was at an event over the summer with a bunch of ladies, and we were all boondocking. None of us had hookups or power. So I got 3 calls, and all 3 of them had problems with the refrigerators not working. And then some of them said, yeah, my lights are blinking. Nothing's working in my RV. So I kind of had a feeling I knew what was happening. And sure enough, all 3 of them had dead batteries. Now, one of them even had solar panel that was on top of RV, but it wasn't enough juice. So you have to kind of think about the fact that you're running something all day and all night. And when that happens and the sun goes down, you don't have anything feeding your battery at night. If there's no solar on top, you definitely are going to kill your battery. But even if you have solar on top of your RV, it's not going to have any sunlight during the evening. And so it's going to use whatever you have left in your battery to run that refrigerator. And if you only have one battery, which is what a lot of small travel trailers come with, then you can only take that halfway down. You're going to run out of juice pretty quick. And especially if now you're into like your second day and your third day, you know, you're probably not going to have anything by the second day. So it's something that you want to think about when you are boondocking, and when you're getting a refrigerator, when you're getting an RV and you're looking at what type of, what type of equipment's on there. Does it have a way to recharge the batteries for you? Do you have a generator? What type of refrigerator do you have? Is it an all electric type of unit? You know, are you, a lot nowadays some of these RVs are getting away from using propane at all. They're going to all electric, but you've got to be able to, handle that if you are out there and, when you're not hooked up to shore power, you've got to be able to have a way to maintain your batteries and to provide electricity to all those components if you're not hooked up, which me personally, that's how I like to camp. I don't like to hook up to shore power. I do, like to once in a while, but my favorite is when I'm in travel mode and I'm just want to go boondock or go places that don't cost as much money and where I have more space and freedom. So I love my propane. One day maybe I'll have such a high-end solar system and batteries and inverter and everything that, the lithium setup that I won't need to even rely on any propane, which would be nice maybe one day down the road. But for now, I live simple. So some stuff for you to think about when you're purchasing your next RV, or if you currently own an RV and you want to do things like boondock and you're wondering why your stuff isn't working. This could be the reason. So I hope this video is helpful, and please comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other questions. If there's anything you want me to address, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.